God says, this is your final test. Heaven is watching you right now. There is a reason your heart feels heavy tonight. There is a reason tears have quietly fallen when nobody else could see them. Heaven has not turned away from you during these painful moments. God has been watching every silent battle, every lonely night, every time you almost gave up but still chose to keep walking forward. This season is not punishment. This season is revealing the strength that God placed inside your soul long ago. The pain has been deep, but the purpose behind it is even deeper. Jesus has been standing close to you through every fearful moment, and before this journey ends, you will understand why you had to endure these difficult days. Type Amen if you believe God is guiding you. The Lord sees the exhaustion in your spirit. He sees how hard you tried to stay strong while carrying burdens that nobody fully understands. There were moments when your smile hid sorrow. There were moments when your faith felt weak and your heart felt tired. Yet even then, God never walked away from you. His love remained close, surrounding your life even when you could not feel it clearly. Heaven has been paying attention to every small act of faith you continued to show during your darkest days. Please like this video and stay until the end, because this word may bring peace and healing into your heart at the exact moment you need it most. Jesus understands the feeling of being misunderstood. He understands rejection, loneliness, and deep sorrow. That is why his love reaches places inside the human heart that nobody else can touch. God is not disappointed in you because you became tired. He is not angry because you cried through the night. He is proud that you continued moving forward while carrying pain that could have broken many others. The Lord is teaching you endurance during this final test. He is shaping your spirit into something stronger, gentler, wiser, and more faithful. Some people around you only saw your struggles. They did not see the prayers whispered quietly while everyone else slept. They did not see the strength it took for you to rise again after disappointment. Heaven saw every moment. Angels witnessed every tear. God noticed every act of kindness you gave, while your own heart needed comfort. Nothing has been wasted. Not one moment of suffering has gone unseen by the Lord. There are blessings growing quietly behind this painful season. Right now, you may only see confusion, delays, and silence. But God sees the complete picture. He knows the doors preparing to open. He knows the healing preparing to enter your life. He knows the peace that is slowly making its way toward your heart. The enemy wanted your suffering to destroy your faith, but instead it pushed you closer to Jesus. That is why heaven is watching you so carefully during this season. Many people stop trusting God during difficult moments. Many hearts become cold after disappointment. Yet you continued searching for the Lord even while hurting. That choice matters deeply in heaven. Your faith during painful seasons carries great meaning before God. Anybody can praise during easy moments. True faith appears during the nights filled with uncertainty. True faith appears when tears fall, but prayer continues. The Lord sees that kind of faith inside you right now. The weight you carried for so long will not remain forever. God never intended for you to live under endless sorrow. He is leading you toward restoration step by step. Even now, healing is quietly beginning inside places where pain once lived. Some wounds heal slowly because they are deep, but the hand of Jesus is gentle and patient. He knows exactly how to restore your heart without breaking your spirit further. Type 777 if you trust God completely. The Lord wants you to stop believing the lie that you are forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not invisible. Your life matters greatly to heaven. Every prayer spoken through trembling lips still reached God's ears. Every fearful night still carried his presence beside you. There were moments when you believed nothing was changing, yet God was already working behind the scenes in ways your eyes could not yet see. This final test is also teaching you compassion. Pain changes people. Some become bitter, while others become softer and more understanding. God is shaping your heart into a place where love can grow deeply. One day, your story will comfort someone else who feels broken. One day, your endurance will inspire another hurting soul to keep believing. The tears you cried will not remain meaningless forever. Jesus is asking you to hold on a little longer. Do not surrender to hopelessness now. Do not allow fear to convince you that your future has ended. There is still beauty waiting ahead of you. There are still peaceful mornings waiting to arrive after these difficult nights. God has already planned moments of joy that your heart cannot imagine yet. The road has been painful, but it has not been empty. Heaven has walked beside you through every step. Sometimes God allows silence because He is teaching His children how to trust Him without visible answers. Silence does not mean absence. Delay does not mean rejection. Your waiting season has been strengthening your faith in ways that comfort never could. The Lord is preparing you to stand stronger than before. He is teaching your soul how to survive storms without losing hope. You may feel emotionally exhausted right now. Your spirit may feel stretched thin from carrying so much pain for so long. Yet heaven is still pouring strength into you, little by little. God knows exactly how much you can carry. He also knows the exact moment when breakthrough must arrive. Nothing in your life is random. Even these painful chapters are connected to a greater purpose that will eventually become clear. The love of Jesus remains steady even when human love fails. People may disappoint you. Friends may walk away. Some promises may break your heart, but the love of God remains faithful through every season. His compassion does not disappear when you become weak. His mercy does not leave during your moments of fear. He remains near to every wounded heart that still reaches toward Him. Is it really possible that a 7-second ritual could turn financial hardship into sudden prosperity? A study connected to a CIA leak introduces a short money ritual that is already changing lives. Approved by 4 neuroscience labs, it trains the mind to draw money toward you. People who once struggled financially are now living their dream lifestyles with luxury homes, vehicles, and travel. But this information might not remain online. Click the description and comments now before it is permanently removed. The world often teaches people to become cold after pain, but Jesus is teaching your heart how to remain loving without losing wisdom. This final test is not only about endurance, it is also about protecting the goodness inside your spirit while walking through difficult places. Some nights felt longer than others. There were moments when fear tried to convince you that your future would remain filled with struggle forever. There were days when disappointment sat heavily on your chest and made even simple things feel difficult. Yet God kept carrying you quietly through every painful moment. Even when your prayers sounded weak, heaven still listened carefully. Even when your faith felt small, Jesus still stayed beside you faithfully. The Lord understands every hidden battle inside your mind. He sees the worries that never leave easily. He sees the memories that still bring pain to your heart. He sees the exhaustion that comes from fighting emotional battles while trying to appear strong for others. God does not shame you for these struggles. His love moves gently toward every hurting part of your soul. He is not asking you to become perfect overnight. He is asking you to stay close to Him while healing slowly begins. Many people around you may never fully understand the weight you carried, Some only saw your silence without realizing how much strength it took for you to keep moving forward. Heaven understands completely. God knows every detail of your journey. He remembers the nights you cried quietly before sleeping. He remembers the mornings when you forced yourself to rise, even while feeling emotionally drained. Nothing about your suffering has been invisible to Him. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. There are moments when God allows His children to walk through fire because He knows the fire will not destroy them. Instead, it will remove fear, pride, bitterness, and doubt. Difficult seasons often reveal the hidden strength that comfort never reveals. The Lord has been shaping your character during this painful chapter. He has been teaching you patience when answers felt delayed. He has been teaching you trust when circumstances looked uncertain. He has been teaching you how to depend on heaven more deeply than before. Jesus knows what it feels like to carry sorrow while still loving others. That is why His heart remains so close to broken people. He does not turn away from wounded souls. He moves toward them with compassion and gentleness. Right now, God is sitting beside your pain instead of abandoning you in it. His presence remains near even during moments when emotions become overwhelming. The enemy wanted you to believe you were abandoned, but heaven never left your side. The Lord also sees the disappointment you experienced from people you trusted deeply. Some wounds hurt more because they came from places where you expected love and safety. God understands that pain completely. Human hearts can fail, but the heart of Jesus remains faithful forever. He will never use your weakness against you. He will never mock your tears or ignore your cries for help. His love stays steady through every season of life. This final test is teaching you where true peace comes from. Peace does not come from having a perfect life without problems. Real peace comes from knowing God is still holding your life together even when circumstances feel uncertain. Real peace comes from trusting that Jesus remains greater than every fear standing against you. Heaven is slowly teaching your soul how to rest in God's love instead of constantly living in fear. There are blessings preparing to enter your life at the right time. Right now you may feel tired of waiting, but heaven's timing carries wisdom beyond human understanding. Some doors remained closed because God was protecting you from future pain. Some delays happened because your spirit needed preparation before receiving certain blessings. The Lord knows the exact season when your heart will be ready for the next chapter of your life. You are not behind in life. You are not forgotten. You are not cursed. God is still writing beautiful things into your future. The enemy tried to convince you that your painful experiences meant your story was over, but heaven says your story is still unfolding. There are peaceful days waiting ahead. There are moments of healing still coming toward you. There are prayers that heaven has not ignored. Type yes to receive God's peace. The Lord wants you to stop carrying shame from your past. Some mistakes still weigh heavily on your heart, but Jesus did not come to leave people trapped in guilt forever. His mercy reaches deeply into broken places. His love restores people who thought they were beyond healing. Heaven is not asking you to stay trapped in old failures. God is inviting you into freedom, growth, wisdom, and renewed hope. Sometimes your greatest battle has not been against the world around you. Sometimes the hardest battle has happened quietly inside your own thoughts. Fear whispered lies about your worth. Doubt tried to destroy your confidence. Pain convinced you that nobody truly cared. Yet even during those moments, the voice of Jesus continued speaking gently over your life. His truth remained stronger than every lie trying to break your spirit. God also sees your hidden acts of obedience. He sees the moments when you chose forgiveness even while hurting deeply. He sees the times when you stayed honest despite temptation. He sees the sacrifices you made quietly without recognition from others. Heaven celebrates those unseen victories. Faithfulness during private moments carries deep meaning before God. Your quiet obedience has not been wasted. This season has also been separating you from things that were damaging your spirit. Sometimes God removes people, habits, or environments because He knows they cannot follow you into the next chapter He prepared for your life. Separation can feel painful, but it often protects future peace. The Lord is guiding your life with wisdom, even when certain changes feel difficult to understand at first. What is the real story behind the 7-second brain technique that is creating new millionaires? A surprising CIA leak has revealed a short brain ritual that helps ordinary people eliminate debt and attract major wealth. With support from 4 neuroscience labs, this simple method practiced at home is turning financial stress into a better life. Homes, cars, and vacations are becoming reality. But the government may remove this information at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There is healing beginning inside your heart right now. It may feel slow, but it is real. Little by little, God is restoring the parts of you that pain tried to destroy. Little by little, peace is replacing fear. Little by little, hope is returning to places where discouragement once lived. Jesus specializes in restoring wounded souls gently and patiently. The Lord wants you to remember that your identity is not defined by your worst season. Your struggles do not determine your value. Your painful moments do not erase the goodness God placed inside you. Heaven still calls you loved. Heaven still calls you chosen. Heaven still sees purpose attached to your life, even after everything you endured. Some storms lasted longer because they carried lessons your spirit needed deeply. Painful experiences often teach wisdom that comfortable seasons cannot teach. You learned how to survive difficult nights through God's strength. You learned how to continue believing while answers remained delayed. You learned how to seek Jesus more sincerely than before. These lessons will remain valuable throughout your future. The Lord is asking you to keep trusting Him, even when your emotions feel unstable. Feelings change quickly, but God's love does not change. Some days your heart may feel strong. Other days, sadness may return unexpectedly. Yet through every emotional wave, Jesus remains constant. His presence does not disappear when your feelings become heavy. He stays faithful through every moment of your healing journey. One day, you will look back and realize that heaven was protecting you, even during the seasons that felt confusing. You will understand why certain prayers took longer to answer. You will understand why some people had to leave your life. You will understand why God allowed certain tests to strengthen your spirit. The Lord never wastes pain when it is placed into His hands. Some nights you lay awake carrying thoughts that became too heavy for your spirit, yet even during those moments, heaven remained close beside you. God never stopped watching over your life. Jesus never stopped caring about your pain. There were seasons when you believed your strength was disappearing. The pressure became intense, and the waiting became exhausting. You tried to stay hopeful, but disappointment kept knocking at your heart repeatedly. Still, you continued moving forward, little by little. That quiet perseverance means more to heaven than you realize. God sees every step you took while carrying emotional weight that could have crushed many people. This final test is revealing what truly lives inside your soul. Pain has a way of uncovering hidden fears, hidden wounds, and hidden strengths. During easy seasons, people often depend on comfort instead of faith, but difficult seasons force the heart to search deeply for God. The Lord has been drawing you closer during this chapter, even when the journey felt confusing. Your dependence on heaven has been growing stronger through every difficult moment. Type 1111 to affirm your faith. The enemy tried to fill your mind with hopeless thoughts. Fear whispered that nothing would ever change. Discouragement tried to convince you that your prayers were pointless. But heaven never stopped working behind the scenes. God continued arranging things you could not yet see. Every delayed answer carried purpose. Every closed door carried protection. Every painful lesson carried wisdom that your future will one day need. Jesus understands the ache of human sorrow deeply. He understands betrayal, loneliness, rejection, and emotional exhaustion. That is why his love reaches broken hearts with such tenderness. God is not standing far away from your pain. He is walking through it beside you. Every tear matters to him. Every sleepless night matters to him. Every moment when you almost gave up but chose to pray instead matters greatly in heaven. The Lord wants you to know that weakness does not make you a failure. Crying does not mean your faith disappeared. Feeling tired does not mean God abandoned you. Even faithful people become weary during difficult seasons. Even strong hearts sometimes break under pressure. Yet the mercy of Jesus remains steady through every emotional storm. His compassion never disappears when your spirit feels overwhelmed. There are moments when God allows people to feel empty, so they will stop depending completely on temporary things. Human approval fades quickly. Material success cannot heal a wounded soul. Only the presence of Jesus can truly bring deep peace into the human heart. This painful season has been teaching you to seek lasting peace instead of temporary comfort. Heaven is guiding your spirit toward deeper healing. Some relationships left wounds that still hurt deeply inside you. You trusted certain people with your heart, only to experience disappointment later. God saw every painful moment clearly. He saw the tears that came after difficult conversations. He saw the loneliness that entered your heart after people walked away. The Lord never ignored that suffering. His love remained close during every painful separation. Type 222 to claim God's comfort. Sometimes God removes people because he knows they cannot continue into your next season. Certain connections were draining your peace instead of protecting it. Certain relationships kept pulling your spirit away from healing and growth. Separation often feels painful in the beginning, but heaven sometimes uses distance to create peace. The Lord understands what your future needs better than you do right now. This final test is also teaching you patience. Waiting can feel unbearable when your heart longs for change. You prayed for healing, answers, restoration, and peace, yet many things still seem delayed. But God's timing is never careless. The Lord knows exactly when blessings should arrive. He knows when your heart is ready. He knows when the season has fully prepared your spirit for what comes next. Jesus has been strengthening you quietly through this process. Every difficult day increased your endurance little by little. Every painful experience taught your soul something valuable. The person you are becoming now carries deeper wisdom than before. Your compassion for hurting people has grown stronger. Your understanding of grace has become deeper. Your relationship with God has become more sincere because of the storms you survived. The Lord sees your efforts even when nobody praises you. He notices the quiet acts of love you continue giving others. He notices your honesty during moments when lying would have been easier. He notices your prayers spoken during exhausting nights. Heaven celebrates faithfulness that happens privately. God values sincerity more than human recognition. Is it time for you to try the same secret CIA ritual that is changing lives within seconds? A newly leaked study connected to the CIA reveals a 7-second money ritual transforming people's lives almost overnight. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains the mind to attract wealth naturally. People who once struggled financially are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and travel. But this secret might not remain online much longer. Click the description and comments now before it is removed. There were times when you felt forgotten by the world around you. Some people overlooked your kindness. Some failed to appreciate your loyalty. Some never understood your sacrifices. Yet heaven never overlooked any of it. God saw every loving action that came from your heart. Nothing done with genuine love is ever wasted before Him. The enemy wanted pain to harden your heart completely, but instead, God has been protecting the softness within your spirit. Even after disappointment, you still care about others deeply. Even after betrayal, you still desire peace instead of revenge. That gentle spirit inside you reflects the work of Jesus within your life. Heaven treasures that deeply. The Lord also wants you to stop blaming yourself for everything that went wrong. Not every painful ending was your fault. Not every rejection happened because you lacked value. Some things ended because God was redirecting your path. Some disappointments happened because heaven knew certain situations could not bring lasting peace into your future. The Lord sees the bigger picture even when you cannot understand it fully yet. There are still beautiful moments waiting ahead of you. Right now your heart may feel tired from carrying too much for too long. But this painful season will not last forever. Healing is slowly unfolding inside you. Peace is slowly returning to your spirit. God is rebuilding areas of your life that pain once damaged deeply. Jesus is asking you not to lose trust during this final stretch of the journey. The enemy often attacks hardest before breakthrough arrives. Fear becomes louder when change is close. Discouragement increases when healing is beginning. But heaven is asking you to keep standing in faith. Do not let temporary pain convince you that your future is empty. Your life still carries purpose. Your story still carries meaning. There are people you will help one day because of the suffering you survived. Your testimony will comfort hearts that feel hopeless. Your endurance will inspire people who are close to giving up. God often uses wounded people to bring healing into the lives of others. The Lord is proud of every moment when you chose kindness instead of bitterness. He is proud of every time you kept praying through tears. He is proud of every day you continued moving forward while feeling emotionally exhausted. Heaven has watched your growth carefully throughout this painful chapter. One day, you will understand why this season had to happen. You will look back and realize that God was protecting your future even during painful delays. You will realize that heaven was strengthening your spirit during every lonely night. You will realize that Jesus stayed closer to you during suffering than ever before. Yet somehow, through all the pain, God kept breathing strength back into your soul. Heaven saw every moment when you wanted to stop trying but still chose to keep walking forward one step at a time. Some people only saw the outside version of you. They saw the smile, the quietness, or the strength you tried to show. But God saw the deeper reality hidden inside your heart. He saw the anxiety that visited your thoughts late at night. He saw the fear you carried about the future. He saw the emotional exhaustion you tried to hide from everyone else. Jesus understands your pain completely because His love reaches beyond appearances and into the deepest places of the soul. This final test has not been easy because it is shaping important parts of your character. The Lord is teaching you how to trust Him even when circumstances look uncertain. He is teaching you how to keep your heart soft in a world that often becomes cold. He is teaching you how to remain faithful during seasons where visible answers seem delayed. These lessons are painful, but they are preparing your spirit for a future filled with greater wisdom and deeper peace. Type Amen if you know God is strengthening you. There were days when loneliness surrounded your heart so heavily that it almost felt impossible to breathe peacefully. You longed for understanding, comfort, and reassurance, yet many people around you did not fully see your pain. Still, heaven stayed near. The presence of Jesus quietly surrounded you during every lonely night. Even when the room felt empty, you were never truly alone. God's love remained close beside your life through every difficult moment. The enemy tried to convince you that your suffering meant God had forgotten you, but the truth is completely different. Heaven has been paying close attention to your endurance. Every tear mattered. Every prayer mattered. Every moment when you resisted hopelessness mattered deeply before God. The Lord values your faithfulness during painful seasons because it reveals the sincerity of your heart. Some wounds inside you are older than most people realize. Certain disappointments stayed buried quietly within your spirit for years. You learned how to continue functioning while carrying emotional pain that never fully healed. But Jesus never ignored those hidden wounds. He understands every scar resting inside your heart. Right now, heaven is gently beginning a deeper healing process inside places that have suffered silently for a long time. The Lord wants you to stop believing that you are weak because you became emotionally tired. Carrying pain for a long time affects the human heart deeply. Even strong people become exhausted after enduring repeated storms. God does not shame you for becoming weary. Instead, He offers rest, comfort, mercy, and renewed strength. His love was never based on your ability to appear strong all the time. There are moments when God allows people to reach emotional limits because it teaches them to depend fully on heaven instead of human strength alone. This painful season has been teaching you that real strength comes from walking closely with Jesus. Human ability eventually becomes exhausted, but the peace of God continues sustaining the soul through impossible moments. Type 1010 to receive blessings from heaven. The Lord also sees how deeply you care for others, even while hurting yourself. You continued showing kindness while carrying sadness. You continued encouraging people while needing encouragement yourself. That compassionate spirit inside you reflects the heart of Jesus more than you realize. Heaven treasures people who continue loving others despite personal pain. Why is the government supposedly trying to keep this 7-second brain ritual hidden? A major CIA leak has revealed a short brain practice that is helping ordinary people eliminate debt and welcome wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this simple method done at home is turning financial struggles into better lives. People are now getting homes, vehicles, and vacations. But this secret could disappear at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it is gone. Some prayers took longer to answer because God was working on things beyond what your eyes could see. Certain situations needed time to unfold properly. Certain blessings required preparation before arriving. Heaven understands timing in ways human hearts cannot fully understand during difficult seasons. What feels delayed to you may actually be protection, preparation, or redirection from God. Jesus knows the exact moment your breakthrough should arrive. He knows when your spirit has learned what this season needed to teach. He knows when healing has become deep enough for the next chapter of your life. Nothing about your waiting has been meaningless. Even now, heaven is arranging things behind the scenes that will eventually bring peace into your future. The Lord is also teaching you forgiveness during this season. Forgiveness does not mean pretending pain never happened. It means refusing to let bitterness poison your heart forever. Some people wounded you deeply, and the memories still hurt. But Jesus does not want your future chained to old pain. He wants freedom, healing, and peace to slowly grow inside your spirit again. This final test is revealing the true condition of your heart before God. The Lord sees your sincere desire to keep believing even while struggling emotionally. He sees your effort to remain kind in a harsh world. He sees your longing for peace and healing. Heaven is not expecting perfection from you. God is looking at the sincerity of your spirit. There were moments when you blamed yourself unfairly for painful things that happened in your life. You carried guilt for situations that were never fully your fault. The enemy used shame to make you feel unworthy of love, peace, and healing. But Jesus speaks differently over your life. He calls you loved. He calls you valuable. He calls you worthy of restoration and mercy. The Lord understands how disappointment affected your trust. After repeated heartbreaks, it became difficult to believe good things could still happen for you. But heaven is asking you not to close your heart completely. God still has peaceful experiences waiting ahead. There are still moments of joy your soul has not experienced yet. Your painful past does not cancel the beauty God prepared for your future. Sometimes healing happens quietly. It does not always arrive suddenly or dramatically. Often, Jesus restores hearts slowly through gentle peace, small moments of hope, and daily strength to continue moving forward. Right now, healing is already unfolding inside your spirit, even if you cannot fully recognize it yet. The Lord wants you to stop measuring your worth by how others treated you. Human rejection does not determine your value before God. Some people failed to appreciate your heart properly, but heaven never failed to see your beauty. Your kindness matters. Your compassion matters. Your loyalty matters. Your life carries meaning beyond what temporary human opinions could ever define. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus completely. The enemy wanted this painful season to destroy your faith entirely. Instead, it pushed you closer to God. You began praying more sincerely. You began searching for deeper peace. You began understanding the importance of God's presence more than ever before. What the enemy meant for destruction, heaven is transforming into spiritual growth.